going on, everybody? I hope everybody is enjoying this terrific Tuesday. Staying out of trouble. I am just stopping in for a few minutes, and I'm gonna peel out got a couple of things I need to take care of. But this was just something that was been on my head all day. Actually, since last night, for real. But I think it's important to speak on. A long time ago, when I was actually in my early 20s, this old head told me something, and he was like, I was like complaining. I was like, I do this for everybody, and I do this for everybody, and I do this, and I do that. I'm always doing this. I do this for somebody, and I do this for somebody, and I do this for somebody. And then he sat down and he told me a story about keeping your bricks, right? So he was like, he's like, people come to you, and regardless of how, in your heart that you want to help them, sometimes you got to protect your bricks. He said, so think about it. He said, somebody come to you, he said, whether it be family or friend, and they come to you and they say, hey, do you mind if I, could you do this for me? And you be like, yeah, sure, no problem, I got you. And in the same aspect, and you honestly cannot deal with or take on their responsibility to couple on to yours, right? So you say yes, instead, still knowing that you really honestly can't do it. And that means you're passing them a brick. So somebody else come to you and they be like, hey, you mind if you could run me over here? And you only put a certain amount of gas in your car that's supposed to last you for the week. And you be like, yeah, they ain't got nothing to offer you. But you say, yeah, you already know what you done set yourself up for. So you done handed them a brick. And so while everybody else is coming to you all the time, taking brick after brick after brick after brick from you, because of your kind and giving nature, you are not equipped to build what you need for yourself. So in the same moment of you're giving out your bricks to this person and that person, and you are losing brick every time you get a brick, and then you go and give that brick away, everyone that's coming to you asking for help is building and contributing to what they need to contribute to. In the meantime, you're taking away from what you need to contribute to. And he said, the old guy told me, he said, just imagine if you just went ahead and just built with your bricks. Instead of you saying yes all the time, reserve some for yourself, and don't be upset and or scared to tell somebody, no, listen, this is going to hurt me if I do this, so I can't do this for you. And if a person is actually your friend, that friend will understand that it's not that you did not want to say yes, but you had to say no in order to make sure that you stayed above water. So in a sense, when you get a chance to actually build your house with all your bricks, you can actually give the help that they need and or may require in the long run, as opposed to you and that person suffering in the same token. People don't know how and when it is appropriate to say no. However, if you know that if you have set yourself up for something and that you have this going on for yourself, and you know for a fact that God has this vision for you, and this is the vision that you're supposed to be working out, do it for yourself. And if that friend of yours can't understand that you are in the building process for yourself and get mad at their own discretions because you were not allowed or able to help them get out of the hole that they 9 out of 10 probably dug for themselves, well then honestly that's actually not even a friend of yours. So be mindful and pay attention to how people move around you when you actually do say no. And if people are offended by your no's, well then 9 times out of 10 they have ulterior motives in the first place. So my message for today is make sure that you are protecting your bricks. If you have an extra brick or two or a spare something to give out, it's one thing to tithe into that person because you already know that you get that 10% back in return. But if you know that if you tithe this, now you know it's going to come back, and if they're trying to do it for malicious purposes, but if you're in the process and your building process and in your building stage, that's not you being selfish. That's you building your own for you as you need to. And a lot of people don't understand, like, hey, I know I have a vehicle. I got 4 wheels. I got a car. It operates. Yes. But it also takes maintenance on my car if I drive you across this road. It also is going to burn gas in my car if I drive you across this road. And I know that I got another 2 weeks to wait for my next check. And I done fill my tank up because I know where I've already transferred to go in the next couple of weeks before I have to get paid again to be able to refill my car up again. you properly plan for yourself. Sometimes God obviously puts your friends or the people that are close to you in their own situations, and it's not for you to bail them out. It's for them to learn the lesson. And if you are the one who are hindering that process, you are actually becoming a crutch for them and not a helping hand. Because if a person knows that every time they get into a bind, only thing they're going to have to do is go and ask somebody else, ask a friend. Oh, I can ask this friend because I can depend on this friend to give me something. I can depend on this friend to help me pay this bill off. However, that last weekend you was in the club splurging like you had it. And then you account and get upset when other people do not want to contribute to your transgressions. Like, whatever God is doing in their life, no, you got to let him handle it. You're going to have to let them work that out within them. That's not your business. Sometimes you have to bow out and step out and stop being a helping crutch that's a hindrance, and show and allow them to build and think for themselves and not depend on other people. So, message for the day, y'all. Hey, man, protect your bricks. Build what you need to do for yourself. Do what you need to do to make sure that your home is taken care of and is in a mentally, physically, and financially healthy state. And then when you get to that point and you are able to actually help other people because you have excess bricks left, that's one thing. But if you're in the building process yourself, build for you first. And because I'm almost certain that everybody is going to want to stay in a home with a full roof on it, as opposed to a house that's barely there and barely built, because y'all are both now struggling to make sure that y'all transferring bricks back and forth. So I hope y'all enjoy the message. Thank you to everybody that checked in. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. That was on my spirit. I don't know who need to hear, but I hope you receive it. It's absolutely okay to say no. It's absolutely okay to protect your investments for you and your family and your home, and be humble about it. It doesn't mean that you have to be a jerk about it, but if you cannot do it, it's absolutely okay to say, no, I cannot do this. This will hurt me, and I cannot take this L right now and if they don't understand that, well, then you might need to go back and actually reevaluate on if this is a friend or if this is someone who just needs something from you in that moment. You have different types of people, and that's people for seasons, reasons, and lifetimes. Check in on your strong friends and just move in peace. And if you gotta say it, say no. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and blessings, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. Breezy out.